So yeah, come there, come all, come everywhere and bring your scarf and shawl. I'm the little show promoter and I'm 3 feet tall. Come over there, come to the south, come on your feet, come in my mouth. I'm a little show promoter, I'm 3 feet tall. I'm a little elven man that lives in a tree. All I do is promote shows, all that I see. Please go to see Rob Schneider at the truck show. He was in Dukes of Hazzard, now he's nowhere to go. Because his car had a racist flag on it. I'm a little show promoter and I wear a bonnet. It was my mom's idea, she made me a baby. I wanna fuck her or kill her, or maybe.
Wait.
I disagree.
Wait, 3 feet tall show promoter, why do you want to fuck or kill your mother?
You try being born 3 feet tall and not having fucking psychosexual issues. With your mother that made you wear a bonnet. Were you listening to the lyrics? I live in a fucking tree. I would fuck anyone up.
But like, if you have that much pent-up rage, what made you become a show promoter?
I need that hug you can only get from a stranger. What the fuck?
Why not be a performer yourself? Why not like go into actually being in the show? Why only promote other people's creativity?
Look at this scar on my face.
Oh shit! I didn't see it.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Thanks for saying that.
No, you were facing the other way.
Oh. I like to be close to talent, and I like to help it, and I don't feel comfortable on stage. It's not a choice that I make.
Did you ever try when you were younger to be on stage?
I dabbled. I'm fine with it. I'll be on stage. I'll do it if you want it, but I don't have to. I'm not one of those people. I don't have to. I don't have to. I think those people are crazy. I don't have to. I like to promote it. I like what I do. I think what I do is creative.
Why are you only 3 feet tall? Is that a congenital thing?
I made a choice at a very ill-advised fair that I tell people don't go. There's a lot of questionable vendors there, and I did get my name on a grain of rice, but also I had most of my lower torso removed. I thought he meant for a picture.
Oh, so you're not just like a little person. You're actually you're a regular-sized person with no legs.
Yeah, I paid for this. Is the fucked up thing, you know? So I go. So you can imagine I'm a man with no country. I go to little people conventions. Actually, no, I don't anymore. They're fucking assholes to me. And I think you know how your people treat me. So I do what I do. I hang out. I'm not bitter. And I promote shows. And I whenever I start singing, people start clapping automatically, which makes me feel...
Can I ask you a question? And this is off the record. Are you excited about the Harmontown being in the Gaslight or Lamp District, or is that you just like clocking in, doing your job, singing the song?
A good promoter remains objective. If you like, I always tell people, your craft is what you do. My craft is promotion. So, for instance, I just finished, frankly, and this isn't going to win you any popularity contests, but what the fuck is? I just finished doing some radio spots for a Ku Klux Klan rally, and
we actually have audio of that. Let's Dustin, let's roll that clip.
Come one, come all, come to the Ku Klux Ball. I'm gonna burn some crosses and talk about minorities being bad and color being red. I am Ku Klux Klan. You should come to our rally. I'm the Grand Wizard. You should come. And we're gonna wear white and our hats are pointy and we're gonna march around and jump around and have good times. And there's a daycare center if you bring your kids. And there's horseshoes. It's 9/11. It's 9/11. It's 9/11.
I forgot to ask you. Last question. 3 feet tall, show promoter. Well, what's your name? So we can have a T-shirt.
Taye.
T-Y?
Taye.
Were you born Taye, or is that you reinventing yourself?
My given name is Jonathan Taye Brigston. My father, Jonathan, was a narcissistic asshole, so I go by my middle name. It is no less my name. It was the only way to tell me from him when you called my house. Is John there? Oh, which one? Who subjects someone to that? I go by my middle name.
What was the booth where they cut your legs off at the fair?
Tiny you. Exclamation point. And it had pictures of people, and they're given height, and then next to them was like before, after, and they were smaller. I thought it was gag photography.
So now you didn't wish you were actually smaller. You thought it would be a photo.
I thought I would walk out of there with a photo.
So they removed your legs?
They took some of my lower torso. Enough. You know, you have a small intestine and a large intestine. They took most of my large intestine, took some of my small intestine and moved it down there to take its place. They took a tiny bit of my small intestine because it's smaller and you can't live with most of it. Gone. They cut my thigh and they cut my legs off at the hip, cut my thighs in half and my calves in half, and then took half of each and hinged them with these with my own kneecaps. And then did a similar thing with my... Well, they didn't do anything with my arms. They just wanted me to be...
Is Tiny Me still in existence?
Tiny You.
Tiny You, sorry.
And here's the thing that I'm not telling you, because it embarrasses me and makes me the villain of this story instead of the victim. But I've told my story and no one cares, which is why I work in promotion now. The truth of it is, on my way into the fair, Burning Man, I ran over a dwarf family.
On the way in.
On the way in, parking was hard. I don't know if you've been to Burning Man. It's all about being a hippie and all this stuff, but it's fucking hard to park. And it gets frustrating, and I was a different person back then. I ran over a dwarf family, got out of the car.
Did you kill them? Or did they survive?
I got out of the car.
Sorry.
I ran to the only remaining living dwarf.
Was this a child or one of the adults?
It was an elderly woman dressed in, I guess, what I would describe as shamanic attire. As I reached for her to ask if she was okay, if she had insurance. Her hand gripped my face, and her toothless mouth hissed, "Shorter."
Do you
and
think
I laughed it off?
you must have thought she's just a big Stephen King fan.
Yeah, I said that's ridiculous. Let's get you to a hospital. And then the stupid me, and this is the part that's really embarrassing, when I saw that booth, I said to my wife, wouldn't this be hilarious given the events earlier? So yeah, I deserve it. Yeah. Is that what you want to... That's the conclusion everyone that hears the story comes to. I stopped telling it. So I'm in promotion. I like to focus on other people. It's a little embarrassing.
When you go into Tiny U and you're in the booth and it's not a photograph thing, there's actually a surgical procedure that happens. Do they knock you out, or are you alert during this procedure?
Okay, you're gonna drag every embarrassing detail out of it. So.
I'm only asking because this is riveting shit. Like, this is very.
I was on peyote already. I was at Burning Man. I took peyote. That's why I hit the Dwarven family. I was on every drug known to man.
There was no police came. There was no like inquest.
There's no cops at Burning Man, bro.
I've never
you want
been.
cops? Go to the G8 summit, motherfucker.
So you're at peyote. You go into Tiny U.
Peyote, mescaline. I put a tiny.
Peyote and mescaline at the same time.
It's called
Just cover your bases.
They call it a curveball. You do those at the same time. I take 3 Ritalin and I think like just a couple tutors of coke and some poppers of Amyl and a little bit of VHS head cleaner to dilate my sphincter, just in case. Back then I cared how big it was.
What do they call amyl nitrate poppers and VHS head cleaner?
Amyl nitrate poppers it puts you in the mood.
I'm not saying is there a nickname like curveball for doing?
Oh, doing those both? That's just called a garage. Because it opens you up and then with the urge to host a car.
So you're driving down to Burning Man. You're on a curveball and a garage. A couple tutors of coke.
Oh yeah, that's just to take the edge off.
Fuck that. You murder a family of little people.
It was
called. The cops don't come because they're not there. They're at the G8. You and your wife go. Wow, fucking so high right now. There's a booth there called Tiny U. You go in there. Who do you meet? Like, what's the person that works at like? I want to know everything about. First of all, why isn't there like a Dateline on Tiny U? Like, why haven't this terrible company like not been outed for? Clearly.
They conduct their business in the back alleys and Burning Mans of the world, and they get away with it. This is something I've been screaming about, but no one wants to hear my story. And when I, as you've noticed, when I get enthusiastic about anything, everyone starts clapping because I'm fucking. Yeah. It's hard being me and being dehumanized. No one takes me seriously. It's like I'm a leprechaun all the time. And everyone just keeps clapping every time I have an opinion. And I somehow enable it by talking in rhymes sometimes, but I don't try to all the time. This is exactly what happened in the courtroom. And I left. I left. I stormed out. One of the problems is because my legs are made of half femur, half calf. When I storm out, it looks like dancing. And of course, they didn't do it precisely, so one leg is shorter than the other, so I dance in a circle. So I start saying things I'm passionate about. Everyone starts clapping. I get mad. I want to leave. I'm dancing in a circle. And this is my life, so I'm in promotion. I'm in promotion now. And I'm not bitter, and I like it. My name is Taye Brigston, and I'm a new classic Harmontown character. that is really offensive. All right.
Wow.
No.
Thanks for coming, Ty.
Yeah. Morning zoo team.